Hello and welcome to my Disney Cruise Line haul video. If you haven't seen my vlog series already, go check that out. That should all already be up, all 3 days. It was a 3-night cruise, but I have squished together day 3 and debarkation day, so there should be 3 whole vlogs from our cruise. So we sailed on the Disney Dream in August 2024, and it was a 3-night cruise from Southampton to Belgium and then back again. And it was truly fantastic. So we just wanted to share a few of the things that we got on the cruise, and a few bits we got on our excursion and also on our travel day as well. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to start with all of the cruise stuff first, and I'm actually going to start with all of the freebies. These are going to be in like sort of no particular order just because it's all in a bit of a mess. So one of the first things that you get when you get on the ship, so once your room is ready, you can go and get your stateroom keys, and they come in this little envelope, and we were in stateroom 2022, and then your stateroom cards will be inside of that, and they sort of, if I try and cover it a bit, they look like this. You've got a little Mickey, and this is what they look like, and you can use these for everything on the ship, but we also have the Magic Band Pluses, so we use these more, but these are quite handy to have for photos because sometimes they need to take it away, so you'd have to take your band off. So it was nice to have the option of 2, but our Magic Bands did interact with dinner and that as well, so we preferred having these. It's just a preference for myself, but you definitely don't need them because you can use your stateroom card for everything. If we start from the start, and also one of the last things you get on this ship, and this is how you can collect your luggage, is they give you a little luggage label with a character and a colour on it, and they call them out on the ship, and I think Daisy was like 3rd or something to be called, so we went down and we grabbed our luggage, but they gave us 3, which was quite a lot. We only had 1 bag, so I kept this one as a spare one, just to pop in our scrapbook. And one of the next things that you get is there's a little drawer in the middle of like the desk vanity area, and inside of there are 2 postcards, which are really cute. You also get a Disney Cruise Line pen, which is really handy because I didn't actually pack one and we needed it to order like room service and that, so this was really handy to have. And there was also some letter writing stuff, so there's little Disney Cruise Line envelopes, and also some paper, which was really useful because we wanted to save our port adventure stickers, so it meant we had somewhere to stick those, so we can cut them out and pop them in our scrapbook as well. So they're there just for you to take and for you to use. There's also was the room service cards, however I don't seem to have brought any of those home, and they were just to use in the morning of your trip, and then otherwise you could phone up for like daytime room service, and they would bring all of that straight over. Something else that I always love to take on any of my Disney trips is the fun little bar soaps. I really like using bar soap personally anyway, in our bathroom, so I picked up the little Disney Cruise Line bath soap, just because this was separate to everything else that was in one bathroom, and then like the main toilet was in another, so we got one of those to bring home. We then also took part in the Midships Detective Agency, so you get this little card which is then sort of like a QR code, but yes, they use them to like interact with like interactive photo frames and things move, and I'm not going to show you inside this because we did take some notes, but you then get this sort of map and you get to go around and explore the ship, and it sort of takes you across all of the different decks, so it's a fun way to explore the ship, and we did it across 2 days. So we did it, I believe, on our port adventure day. I think we started it in the morning because we didn't have to meet up until like 9:25, and then we finished it off on our day at sea, and there was 3 different ones to choose from, so then if we did the same ones again, there's different ones we can choose. We also had a pirate night on our ship, so we got these Mickey pirate bandanas, and we sort of just added these to our waist, as we had a lot of pirate night outfit stuff, but it's quite cool. We didn't really see anyone else wearing it that way, so that was quite fun, but these are definitely great to keep for different pirate outfits that you may do in the future. And some of the final things that were free from Disney themselves, whether we went to the Disney Vacation Club talk. This folder looks really full. I've used it to keep like receipts and stuff in from the trip, but we went to the Disney Vacation Club talk, and you get this little wallet with information about it. It's something that we're considering for the future. We know it's a not right now thing, just with other things that we've got planned, but we're thinking maybe for when we're planning a future trip after our next one to Disney World. This might be something that we consider doing before then. And then we also got a free little Walt Disney World Resort pen, which I have a feeling I might be giving to my grandma. And then we both, because me and Aaron obviously both went, got this little, which of you see that, Disney Vacation Club pin, which was exclusive for doing the talk. So even if we hadn't have enjoyed it and hadn't considered it, it was almost worth going just for the pin. But it was a really good talk and was really, really informative as well. And then something that we didn't participate in this time, just because it was shorter. So some people like to do pixie dusting on the ship. We just knew we'd be really busy and I didn't want to stress ourselves out by feeling like we had to do something else. But it's definitely something that we might consider doing in the future. And we didn't put a fish extender out because we weren't really expecting to get anything, and we didn't want people to feel like they had to give something just because we had a fish extender out. But we did get pixie dusted some little pirate coins with some little Mickey confetti in there, which was really sweet. And then we also got pixie dusted some collectible Star Wars plasters, and if you've seen the vlog you would have seen Aaron showing you these. He was actually oddly quite excited about these. And then someone else also very kindly pixie dusted us some Disney Lorcana cards, which was fantastic because we literally have just started playing and collecting Lorcana cards a couple of weeks ago. So that was like perfect timing. And the pirate coins don't have a room number on them that I can see. But a big thank you to, if you were on this cruise and you're watching this, to room 5656 and room 2050 for your pixie dust. It was really kind, really sweet, and yeah, it really surprised us. So now on to the things that we bought. You might be able to tell that I am wearing a Disney Cruise Line Spirit jersey, and I got the Disney Dream one. If you'd watched the vlog series, you will know I was thinking that I wouldn't be able to get it. I hadn't been too sure if I wanted it or not, and you couldn't see it in the shop before they were open, but when it was open it was sort of like hiding behind somewhere that you can't really see. But that was great because it meant we managed to get one. And Aaron wasn't planning on getting one, but he wanted another Spirit jersey because he only has one. But there wasn't really many of us that either he liked or that were in his size. So then he also got the Spirit jersey, which is helpful because I can now show you the back whilst I'm wearing mine. So on the back it looks like the back of the ship. So it's got the Dream, and then you've got the Sorcerer Mickey there on the bottom. I can't quite remember how much these were. I think they were about $79, $78. And there wasn't any tax added, obviously, because you're on the ship. I know I spent $81 in total because I got this bag at the same time as well, just because I really wanted one. So on this side it says Disney Cruise Line, and on this side you've got Captain Mickey and Minnie. So that made it like $81 and a couple of cents for both the Spirit jersey and this bag, which was medium size. We then also got the Sail Away cocktails, which came in this little souvenir glasses. So we also have one of these each. And I think the cocktails were about $24 each when we had a tip. But they were really, really good, really nice. And it was also fun to have the glass to take home. We then also both got a pin. So Aaron got the Donald Duck statue one that was in the atrium, and then I also got the one with the back of the ship with the Mickey, and he also moves. And these don't have prices on the back, but this one just says yellow and this one says pink. So our housing association for our flat block area have just decided to start streaming today. So I'm really sorry if it is now noisy, but I will try and get through this as quickly as I can. We then also got a Disney Cruise Line magnet. We like to get magnets to go on our fridge. And again, this one doesn't have a price, it just says mint. But this one's really fun. It's got like all the gang on there coming out of the ship. They didn't really seem to have any Dream specific ones, which is what we wanted, but we'll go for this one, that's okay. I then picked up some of these little daisy butterfly sweets for my sister. I like to get something for my family where I can, and she brought me stuff back when she went to Disney World. She actually picked up this magic band for me earlier this year, so I just bought a little something nice as a thank you. And then finally in here, which I actually need to unwrap, is a Christmas tree decoration. On every Disney trip that I've done, I've always picked up a Christmas tree decoration. so this one was no different. And again, I didn't really like any of the dream specific or the year specific ones, but we did get this little very sparkly, there is glitter coming all off this, snowflake that is silver, and then it has a little gold cruise line emblem in the middle, and this was $14.99, so $15, and I really didn't think that was bad. It's really sweet, and they wrapped it up really nicely, and it made it home safely. Okay, and now we're on to the bits that weren't from Disney but were either from our port excursion or from the travel day. So if you're not a big fan and only wanted to see the cruise line stuff, I will understand if you wish to switch off now. But we did go to the Lego store before we got on the ship, and we picked up the Cruella and Maleficent brickheads. We have most of the brickheads now that have been out since we've been collecting them, but we didn't have these two, so we picked those up, and then we also got some more stamps in our Lego passport as well. And then on to our port excursion. Oh, this bag is cold, it's been in the fridge. We went to Belgium, and the port was Bruges, and then we went into Bruges on the Chocolate Heaven excursion, which I would highly recommend. It was fantastic. Our tour guide took us all around the town, and also took us into 3 chocolate shops, and we got to taste, I think it was at least 2 chocolates per shop, and they were all incredible. And then we had about an hour of free shopping time as well, which was really fun, and I managed to pick up a whole bag of goodies, and this is from one of the shops that we went to, this bag, which was the chocolate line. It was one I'd read up about before we went, and that was the second one on our tour, and we really liked the chocolates there, so we decided to pick some up for ourselves, but also some other gifts for friends and family. So actually, one of the first things I've picked out of the box is a Christmas tree decoration. They had some really adorable like Christmas shops there, and we sort of have a few Christmas trees, and we have the main one in our living room, but then also on the stairway in our flat, because I've sort of got my own half entrance. It's a very weird layout. I have a mini Christmas tree, and on there we do like a little gingerbread theme, and so it had a little look in there. We only had about 10 minutes left to get back, so it was a quick decision on what to purchase, but they had this really cute like little German gingerbread looking cookie, and that was only €9, so that seemed good, and we can't wait to add that to the tree this Christmas. And I think this was actually one of the first purchases that we made in Bruges, but this is another little magnet. There was loads and loads to choose from, but we really liked this one. We felt like it captured a lot of the city. It's got the belfry there in the middle, and this was only €3, which was great, so we picked that one up. We then also went into, I think it was like a beer shop type place. We actually went in there just to grab a drink because they had like bottled drinks in there, but then Aaron picked up this little coaster set that was €6.50, and that's his family because they've got a little bar in the garden, and they also like collecting coasters on their trips. But this had a few different coasters in it that we thought then that they could actually use when they had people around, instead of the ones they display, but also a cute way to store them as well. I also then went in this really cute shop, which I think was called Toucan, and I picked up one of these, I can never get this company's name right, Legami I believe pens, this giraffe one. I know they sell them here in WH Smith's, but it was just a cheaper price over there, and the euros that I had were left over from my Lanzarote trip back in February, so it's kind of nice just to use them up and get a little treat for myself that I had been wanting, and giraffes are one of my favourite animals, so I grabbed the giraffe one. And they also had these really cute little clips in there. These are Kirkland ones, and I believe the pen was €2.50 and these were €6.45, and they're like little biscuits, like little Nice biscuits. I'm not quite sure if you can see that, but they're like little food bag sealers. So I brought those to share with some people on my mum's side of the family, like just give them 1 or 2 each, but I thought they'd think that they were really cute and funny, but also very practical. And then on to the last stuff, and this is actually the stuff from the chocolate line shop, just also for gifts, which I will share out. I got these little teddy bear lollipops. I think these were literally like €1 or €1.50 each, but they were just really sweet, so I got those to share out with some family as well. Oh, also some freebies that we got was every night with our towel animal, we got left some chocolates. We've eaten most of them, but we did get these little like chocolate coins left on pirate night, so clearly they've just been in this bag with all the chocolate, because we tried to keep it refrigerated in case it was going to be hot today, which it hasn't been. It's been very cold since we've been back in Southampton, or back home in Newbury. And then we bought ourselves one of these deluxe collection pralines from the chocolate line. There's a whole different range of them in there. We really enjoyed the chocolates, and we couldn't decide on a specific one, but also there was like a huge queue to try and like do the pick your own selection ones, and we knew we had like only an hour to shop, so we thought we'd just grab one of these. And I think this and the little chocolate bears, it was €31.50, somewhere around that range, for them both. But yes, these are a special little treat for us. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the haul. And we are going to Disney World in May 2025, so definitely give us a follow if you want to see more Disney trips, or just more Disney content in general. Also give this video a like if you enjoyed, and let me know if you've been on a Disney cruise and what your favourite piece of merchandise was that you got. We definitely got less than we thought we would, but partly it's because a lot of the things I wanted weren't in stock. Like I wanted the animator's palette knife, I wanted to get a print, but they were all really big. And I wanted sort of like a smaller size one. So yeah, there were a few things like that I'd wanted to get, but they just didn't have, which is okay. So it meant we actually had some spending money left over. So we have booked a placeholder. So hopefully we'll be booking another cruise in the future. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.